First up, we'll take a look at healthcare labor shortages throughout the United States.
It's no secret the shipping crisis and the backup of the supply chain is affecting everyone, with consumer prices rising while uncertainty about the pandemic continues.
Today will be our final show of the semester. We hope you enjoyed East Bay Weekly and all of the content we have produced these past few months. Hi, I'm Monet Troche, the editor-in-chief of The Pioneer.
And I'm Scarlet, Schwenk, the managing editor.
Welcome to this edition of East Bay Weekly,
where we report on campus and community stories affecting the lives of students and communities surrounding the East Bay.
Hospital and care facilities across the nation are facing their own crisis, including the overwhelming deluge of patients, lack of safety measures, and employee burnout.
American ports are overwhelmed because of increased demand for goods during the pandemic, resulting in a backlog of ships over 12 months old now being processed. The Port of Los Angeles, that handles 30 to 40% of all imports to the U.S., ordered ships to float along the coast rather than anchored due to an overflow of ships in the ports.
Stay tuned to learn more about the shipping crisis and its effects on consumers and prices. Healthcare labor shortages are prevalent throughout the U.S. with more than 500,000 jobs lost long before the COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020, but have been exacerbated since. The aging population continues to increase with each passing year and more people receiving healthcare through the Affordable Care Act. Healthcare demands are growing at record paces. As demand rises and the workforce decreases, nursing assistants, home health aides, nurse practitioners, and medical lab technicians positions are expected to decrease by 2025. Here today, I welcome Capricia Thomas, the Pioneer's health editor. Capricia, welcome. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, Monet. Thank you for having me.
Along with nursing, what are some of the careers that we see shortages in coming years?
Along with nursing, physicians, medical lab technicians, home health aides, and mental health workers are also facing shortages.
Why are healthcare labor shortages happening? Is it strictly COVID related?
These shortages are not strictly COVID-19 related. Studies show that the number one reason is burnout. Healthcare workers are feeling overwhelmed due to the high demand and harsh conditions they are working in.
How are the shortages affecting those in need of care?
Physicians are not available to perform surgeries, and many people are having their care and treatment postponed and delayed.
And how does this affect CSU East Bay students?
This is also affecting us here at Cal State East Bay in our nursing program. Many clinical settings, such as hospitals, are reducing the number of students they are willing to train in their facilities.
Thank you, Monet and Capricia. Kaiser did reach an agreement with California and Oregon employees and union members on Saturday, November 13th, that previously planned a strike. With over 12 months of backlog, American ports are overwhelmed with increased supply in goods, and people are waiting long periods of time for their packages. Here we are now with Isaac Coleman. Isaac, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
What is the driving force behind the shipping crisis?
The shipping crisis is mostly caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has taken a toll on people all across the country, as well as the poor status of our infrastructure as we see it. We often have to deal with poor grades from international organizations surrounding infrastructure and the way that we deal with it.
How long is this expected to last?
The crisis is likely expected to last into the middle of 2022, but there is good news with the signing of the Build Back Better plan from the Biden administration. There will be a lot of this money put towards bettering infrastructure and bettering a lot of these things that are causing the problem, as well as the Port of Los Angeles just this Monday, I believe, saw a decrease in their backlog by about 30% because people are working, people are doing as much overtime as they possibly can in order to get this handled as best as they possibly can.
What are the impacts on consumers?
So as far as it goes for you, the consumer, and what you're going to have to deal with, you're going to have to deal with higher prices of goods and longer wait times for delivery items. Because it's expected to last into 2022, that means you're going to have a lot of issues going forward with a lot of this. And there will be likely a ripple effect that will go probably to the end of next year. But the biggest thing for the consumer is you're going to have to spend more money. Premiums on all these things that are having to be shipped or taken in are going to go through the roof.
And do you have any tips for holiday shopping?
For holiday shopping, honestly, If you haven't got to it yet, you should wait as best as you can until you can find a good deal, but the prices likely aren't going to drop as much as you're expecting. Holiday shopping, your big issue is going to be, things are going to be more expensive this year than they were last year. And they're going to be more expensive this year than they are next year because of this crisis. Also, if you do manage to get something for, a good deal and you order it, if you order it too close to the holidays, you're likely not going to get it until much later. So basically, be ready to give a lot of people a lot of late Christmas presents.
Isaac, thanks for joining us today.
All right, thank you again for having me.
Thank you, Scarlet and Isaac. With Black Friday around the corner, snagging those holiday gifts may be more difficult this year. Make sure you get those gifts early.
That concludes East Bay Weekly. I'm Scarlet. Be sure to check us out on Twitter @NewsPioneer, Instagram @ThePioneerOnline, and Facebook @The Newspaper, or head to the link below.
And I'm Monet. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. We hope you have a great winter break and a happy new year. Bye!